walks out of the White House on January 20th, 2013. But that's just part of what we need to accomplish. It's not just Obama who must be defeated. For the next 2 years, we have our work cut out for us. Rolling back Obama's disastrous programs, sending his Democratic cronies back home, capturing the Senate, and building bigger Republican majorities in the House. We need to revolt. This is a labor of necessity that we cannot turn our backs on. Because we've all had enough Obamacare, enough corporate bailouts, enough repeated attempts to raise our taxes, enough failed economic policies that generate class warfare and pit neighbor against neighbor, enough of Congress and the White House ignoring us. It's time to fight back, to rebel, time to say no more, time to remind Obama and the Democrats that this is our country, our lives, our families that they are endangering with their drastic policies. We won't stand for it any longer, and we don't have to. Because the astonishing events that started with the Tea Party patriots and culminated in the voting booths across America on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2010, were only the first phase in a long and unavoidable journey that lies ahead of us for the next 2 years. A journey of necessity that we must complete. A journey of necessity that we must start today. The new Republican majority in the House of Representatives and the diminished power of the Democratic establishment in the Senate have given us the means, the motive, and the opportunity to reject the Obama agenda, repeal his ill-advised programs, and show him the door out of the White House. That is our mandate, to save us all from the socialist ideas of Obama and his Democratic cronies. These ideas, if realized, will transform our country, our culture, and our economy into an unrecognizable society, and will obliterate the values that have been inherent in these United States for more than 200 years and that are the very basis of our liberty and freedom. Most Americans don't agree with the ideas this administration is trying to force on us. Ideas that are naive and don't work. Ideas that must be rejected. Let's not mince words. Barack Obama is a socialist. He wants to expand the role of government until it mirrors the bloated size of modern Europe. He wants universal government-controlled health care. He wants banks under direct federal control, subservient to the government's economic directives. He wants indirect government control over manufacturing. By controlling what comes out of the smokestack, he realizes, he can control what gets made in the factory. He wants to ban the use of coal no matter how much it makes us dependent on foreign oil. He seeks to change our tax laws into a massive scheme for income redistribution. And he wants the poor to have upward mobility not through hard work and education, but through increasing government handouts, aid paid for by outvoted rich people. That's what Barack Obama wants. But we can and must stop his plans to transform our country into a European socialist nanny state with an oversized government that dictates just about everything we do. We can't afford not to. We can and must stop Obama's healthcare debacle that will inevitably lead to the intentional rationing of critical healthcare to the sickest and most vulnerable, while costs skyrocket. We owe it to our parents and to those who have no one to fight for them. We can and must stop Obama's madcap economic policies, which are just plain wrong. Simply look around. He's on the brink of destroying everything that we've worked for. He's given us no choice. We can and must stop him from raising taxes on the very people who create jobs and lift the economy. We can and must stop him from implementing endless federal regulations that will paralyze our ability to do business or to live our lives without constant government intrusion. And finally, we can and must stop his unprecedented and astronomical spending, which is driving the deficit through the roof and bankrupting our future. How can we do these things? By continuing the revolt that started in November 2010, by continuing our expression of vigorous dissent. This book is a guide to beating Obama's policies over the next 2 years, so that we can beat him in the next presidential election and ultimately increase the Republican majority in Congress so that we can get America back on the right track. We can do it. Join us in this labor of necessity. Think about it. Obama is checkmated so long as the Republicans hold firm, challenge him on solid grounds anchored in public opinion, and remain united. He can either lose the election of 2012 because he is an obstinate ideologue who won't compromise and won't abandon his socialist principles, or he can lose it because he